and welcome back to a new episode of Noodle Knows Nothing. I have really recently been thinking about what I would like to achieve in life, which is a bit bizarre maybe to some people, as I am just 15 and presumably I have a lot more, like many more years to live. Hopefully, touch wood, I do. But I think I have been thinking about this because I think about death a lot, and which is really sad. But at the same time, it's something that we all have to go through, and it's something that we all have to, well, it's eventually going to happen. And I'm usually kind of like scared for like really close relatives to die, like let's say my parents or my brother or my nan and granddad or my aunties and uncles and just everyone in my life and my friends and stuff. So I then think, how can I make the most of what I am doing now so that if I die tomorrow, what the hell am I going to think of my life? Am I going to really be happy with what I've done and happy with what I've achieved? Or am I going to be disappointed that I didn't try more things, or disappointed that I didn't give something a go, you know? And I just think, why don't you do it? You know, no one is really stopping you apart from yourself. Why are you stopping yourself? And what can you do to help yourself not stop yourself? If that makes any sense. Like for me, for example, well, I don't really have much of an example, but let's say this podcast, for example. Am I scared for people to see what I post on YouTube at my school? A bit. Like certain people I would not want to see this, but then at the same time I'm thinking, why do I not want them to see this? Because I am proud of everything that I upload online. I am proud of the work that I put out, like physically and online. So what really is stopping me from achieving my goals on this podcast and in real life? Well, I believe it is you and, well, me. Like for this podcast thing, if I have thoughts like this, that I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be on YouTube because my podcast sucks, I just think that's kind of BS, because everyone has started here and you could call anyone's podcast like rubbish and they won't really care because they started like that and they have improved. It's the same with this podcast. The more I upload, the better I'm going to get at talking to the camera, the better I'm going to get at, you know, talking about certain subjects and being more like controlling what I talk about and what I focus on. I'm going to get better at that. This is a bit ironic since I've just said I'm going to control what I talk about, but I do just want to say I haven't posted on here in a while because I was going to do another Last of Us video because I love the series till the day that I die, but I have not made a new video about the new episodes because there is going to be quite a few episodes that I need to catch up on, first of all, and second of all, the series is almost over and I just personally want to enjoy it. Yeah, so I think it was a good start off potentially for the podcast, as that's like one of the first things I was talking about. But I think the more that this podcast goes on, I think maybe I might put some friends on, or I might, you know, talk about like not personal stuff, but just things that I've like gone through, and just I want to really enjoy this and appreciate what I'm doing on here and make people appreciate what I'm doing as well, because I think people don't appreciate things you know, like as much as they should, because I think social media gives people so much validation so quickly and so much, not security, but just like, what's it called? Like, you feel good about yourself. Like, you get good self-esteem from posting and getting loads of likes and stuff. It's instant gratification. That is what it is. And so I think humans have been, well, not built, but humans have sort of built this complex world and online persona for themselves, so that they can get instant gratification, which makes them feel delightful inside. But it's really sad at the same time because they don't think about other people in their life, you know? I was watching a Jake Shane podcast called Therapist. His podcast is amazing. Go check it out if you haven't. I would definitely recommend it. And he was talking to this like self-help type of guy. I think his name is Jay, and I'll put a clip in just so that the clip can help with what I'm referring to.
It all blew up very fast over a week, so I think I kind of got used to this idea of like this instant gratification, which is sometimes hard for me to like grapple with. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are making sense, absolutely.
Okay, because I feel like I'm not making sense. But like I did these skits on TikTok, and like that really took me off from like 60,000 followers to 1 million, and then obviously like the talent agencies and everything kind of started falling into place.
I'm not sure what I was trying to exactly get at, but just this idea of instant gratification that social media has kind of pressed on humans. That's pretty much one of the reasons why we still are all on our phones scrolling. It's just another reason to feel good about ourselves, and that's because of the instant gratification. So this man called Jay, Jay, who was on Therapist, he was talking about how he was being a monk, how he was a monk for 3 years, I think in India, and so he sort of started to realize that being a monk is more about like giving your life kind of to everyone else, because we get instant gratification and think our whole world is just based off of us and we are the only things that matter.
And then for the rest of the day, you do different chores, cleaning, things around the monastery, but then you go out. So you go and feed homeless children. You go and help people on the streets, especially in India. You go and cook for them. You go and take part in all of these beautiful philanthropic ventures that was so meaningful. And that's what I was saying earlier, is about mastering the mind in the morning and then serving for the rest of the day.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. So I remember like going to schools and giving kids food who don't have a packed lunch, who can't afford meals. And you'd look at the expression on this kid's face and it would just fill you up for the rest of the day, that you were like, all right, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning again and I'm going to go out and do it again. It's one of the most beautiful, beautiful things.
That's really beautiful.
So that I want to take you to as well. Can we shake on that?
Yes.
There we go. All right.
I would love that. I would really love that.
Yeah, it's really special. It's like this, it's the most like, it's almost like we've got so obsessed with ourselves and our anxiety and all of our overthinking is because we feel like this is the main character and all that matters.
Yeah.
And when I lived as a monk, I felt like life was about everyone else. And so you don't even think about your problems because you're out there helping other people and serving other people and making a difference. It's liberating almost, because you forget about your challenges and problems while you're helping others with theirs.
That is really, I would love to do that.
Yeah, it's really
I feel
special.
like I also think of myself as the main character all the time and I need to get out of that. So like that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But in reality, there are so many more people who are like you and who are not like you, and you're living and breathing the same air as them. So it's kind of like you should give back to people. But being a monk, he was saying how it really made him feel like he took a step back, and he was giving like homeless children meals once a day or twice a day, and he would feel so good for doing it because of their smile on their face, and just that kind of kept him going. So I think what I was trying to get at was that instant gratification is kind of ruining the societal well-being of our world. Because if we only think about ourselves, our empathy is being lost and we become inclined to only caring about ourselves, which is really bad and sad and stressful and all the bad things. So let's find a way to give back to our community. As I was saying earlier, I don't really know what this podcast I want it to be about, but it's all about kind of personally for me, trying to find the words to actually speak about things that I want to and just reach out to the world online. I feel like that's kind of what I like this podcast for, is that I can find people who resonate with me and what I'm, like talking about, because I think a lot of people in my year group, especially at school, or just my age group, they're so attached to their phones. I personally do not have any social media apart from WhatsApp and YouTube. Those are literally the only ones I have, because I deleted my other ones since they were just too addictive and I knew it was bad for me. And so the same age group that I'm in, which is also Gen Z, they are addicted to the phone, and I feel like I can't really resonate with anyone. and, talk about the same type of things, because all they want to do is scroll. And especially when I'm hanging out with some of my friends, they're scrolling too. It's like, let's be conjoined, let's be together, let's live in the moment, stop scrolling, I'm right here. Possibly tomorrow you might even not be able to see me, I might be dead on the side of a road. And it's like, just stop looking at your phone for 1 minute. Stop being so addicted to, this sense of instant gratification. Some of my friends, and especially lots of people in the year group, are just addicted to their looks and, how people perceive them to be. And I personally think my most real self is online or with my friend Sam. Samantha is honestly one of the best friends I've ever had in my whole life. She is someone who I can literally just talk to, and as soon as we connect eye contact, it's over. Like, we start laughing. We are locked out for the whole day once we see each other. And yeah, I just love that girl so much. My friends, I feel like, are for different things, but I feel like I don't have a friend which I can just talk to about social media and the effects it has on people. Because I take sports studies in my class at school, and I was talking to my sports studies teacher because she brought up social media and stuff, because she was doing I think she was planning a presentation for one of the younger years, and she was talking about social media, and I literally just started talking about all social media and data collection and storage and all that jazz. And I feel like I can only resonate with adults who actually understand the consequences of social media with young children and with youth of this day and age. I feel like people don't seem to understand as much as I feel like they should to do with social media, and it really is really sad for me. Well, not just for me, but for lots of other people as well, I'm sure. But it's just really sad to see that people don't seem to care, almost. Like, they're just letting themselves be controlled by apps. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about how I sort of want social media to be my way of talking through the effects of social media on social media, which is a bit ironic as I'm talking bad about social media and the effects and damages and causes that it has on the youth, and I'm spreading it on social media, which is ironic because it then stores what I have put online. But with this type of job, being a like creator, you do have to post online these days. And I think if I take advantage of the fact that if I start now and if I don't know when I'm going to stop doing this, if I will, I might just have to take pauses and breaks and do all that stuff in the meantime so that I don't like quit. Because this is one of the times where, well, I haven't made a podcast in a while. Like, it's been a good couple weeks, potentially months, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I just wanted to bring up the fact that not a lot of people my age really understand the concept of data storage and collection. I think that kind of sounds really funny, but oh well. I just feel like not enough people are aware of it, and I think like teachers should be talking to students about it, whether that's in an assembly at school or in PSHE, like lessons and stuff. I think it really will make a difference, and I think if you teach them young, they will really understand the effects of social media in negative ways, but also in positive ways. Like, I feel like I'm always talking like to my friends badly about social media. I think there are positives. For example, spreading love and support in difficult times, whether like your country's in a war, whether your family members have died, whether you need to raise awareness for something. Edits of people, I know everyone loves a good edit, especially some of my friends. My friends are just obsessed with edits on TikTok. It's so funny. So yeah, I think there are positives to social media, but at the same time, it's kind of like, who are you fooling? Majority of the time, it is bad for you. Another thing I would like to talk about today is what I would like my dream future goals to look like, and just, you know, what I want my future to look like. So starting off with house-wise, I feel like I'd want to live in a flat or have my own house. The reason why I'd want to live in a flat is because there's less, you know, things to clean up. Like, instead of having it like a double, like an upstairs and a downstairs in a proper house. If I do have children one day, yeah, sure, I might. Or like start building a bigger family, I will probably move into a house with that person. But I'm not really wanting that right now, so I think the first place that I move into is probably going to be a flat. And I really want to have cool artwork and really nice framing and lots of windows. I know you can't really get that with flats, but maybe on one side I'd have a massive window, who knows. Some really nice textures and decorations about, lots of plants. I love plants so much. As you can tell, here I'm sitting next to a cheese plant. I love it so much. I really want to get some more cats as well, because I love cats so much. They're so dear and they're just beautiful creatures. Like, I have my own cat called Bobble. He is amazing. He is a bit greedy though, like sometimes he just wants to eat so much. He's a bit of a chonker, but he is a loving cat, so who can complain? That is the kind of like type of apartment that I'd like to get. If I did get a house, I would probably get a nice garden with it as well. But the one thing that I'm most excited for when I move out of my family's home is starting from scratch. I want to do everything from scratch in my new house or apartment or whatever. I want to paint the walls, I want to decorate myself, I'll do everything by myself. So then, like, moving this to the beginning of the podcast when I was saying, like, what do I want to get out of life? That is one of the things that I really want to achieve and accomplish, because, and it kind of, like, getting my own, like, apartment or flat and having it all by myself and being able to pay the bills and stuff might seem like a really simple thing to some people, but, you know, I think, well, personally for me, it is a big thing. Like, well, not really big thing, but I've always struggled at school, and to be able to get work and to pay for things by myself like I'm doing now. Well, I'm doing chores around the house so that I can then get some money and pay for my own things, but once I get a job, once I start earning a good income on a monthly basis, hopefully, if I don't get fired, I feel like I will really enjoy having my own money and spending it the way I would like to, and I think I'd like to be in my own company as well. Which then kind of leads me on to school and what I kind of want to get out of school, and what do I want to do with school, and what do I want to do for a job type of thing. So I think I will carry on doing art practically my whole life. I think I might stay in content creation. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? I could have a different setup this time next year, or this time in the next 3 years. Who knows? I could be out, I could be in university now. Literally, who knows? In 3 years, I could be in university. How ridiculous is that? That could be you. Who knows? Literally, who knows? That is kind of slightly terrifying, but also incredibly satisfying to hear. Because some people in my school are not the best influenced. The adolescents are quite a disgrace to the school, I would say. And I think it's just been the way they're brought up. You know, they've probably been brought up carelessly and just, yeah, sure, their parents do care, but they probably have shouted at them and, you know, just been a bit aggravating to them. But I think I will be very excited to, you know, move out, study more art, and have my own place and be by myself. I really like being by myself and spending time with myself, because I think also doing this podcast, it helps me to think about things and think it through and talk it through as well. You know, I think we spend a lot of the day talking to people and just being in their conversations and what they want to talk about. I feel like that's what happens to me anyways. I feel like I don't really talk much in lessons and stuff unless I'm with my friends. But other than that, I feel like I kind of just sit there, be quiet, and don't get to talk about the things that I want to talk about. That's the reason why I kind of want to channel myself into social media as well, because I want to find people who are like me. Like, I really want to find people who are interested in the same things, like the same music, want to go to concerts with me, I don't know, just, I want to find those types of people, because sometimes I feel like I just want a replica of myself for a mate. Like, for a friend. Like, I want to be friends with myself, which is weird, but it's like, you have to be your own friend, because also life's a lot about, you're going to, you know, lose a lot of people in your life, and you can't stop that, and you're the only person who you're gonna have for the rest of your life. You know, if I die tomorrow, I'm gonna be with myself till the day that I die. Sam, if you're watching this, you will know that reference. But yeah, I think knowing that we're all like not in ourselves, but just we're constantly with ourselves, which is interesting as hell. Like, I think that's very interesting. After this podcast, I'm gonna be by myself, literally, like, I don't even know, just the fact that I am me, I'm very proud of myself. Like, I think I've come a long way for certain things that have happened, and just how I've managed to get through life. I think there's a lot of things still to unpack and uncover about myself, But I think everything that I've done so far in my life, I'm really proud of and happy about, and I'm happy that I'm in this, you know, part of my life now. And I think it's really special that I am here, because I think, like, in this moment right now, like with the camera, sitting down with my cheese plant, I'm just so happy and grateful that I'm here. And I think we all just need to sit back and remember that sometimes, because I think we do get a bit ahead of ourselves sometimes and start to want everything, like, and that's just not what life is about personally for me. So make sure to comment down below what you want your house to look like, or what your goals and aspirations are for the future and for the world. I would genuinely love to see and hear from you guys. If you want to comment, you don't have to, but it would be nice if you guys could, because I genuinely want to see what you guys have to say, because it is really interesting. I want to, this is because also social media is such an interesting way of connecting with people all across the globe who have YouTube. It's insane how this works even, and I'm so grateful that you guys have watched till the end. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed today's little podcast. I'm going to try and get it out as quickly as I possibly can, because I love getting up podcasts for everyone and for myself as well. So yeah, I hope you all have had a lovely time, you know, listening to this and watching this. I hope you guys have had a great week or day or evening or morning or whenever it is. I hope you guys continue to have a great time in your life, and comment down below your goals if you would like. If you want to keep them private, go ahead. Make sure to comment what you want to do with your life and in your life, because I think that's very interesting to see different people's kind of wants and needs in life and the psychology of that. So yeah, just comment anything, you know, as long as it's not hateful. Hopefully I will be back very soon. I think I will be. I might be with a guest, who knows. But yeah, I will hopefully see you guys very, very soon. Bye guys.